Now that we've seen some of this authentication functionality in place, let's take a look at how we can make our own. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unshow all of these hidden files and home directory, and I'm going to, in my accounts directory, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new folder called templates. So new folder all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to call it templates. And inside of that folder, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new file, and this new file is going to be called index.html. Inside of our index.html, we're just going to create a simple HTML form, or HTML page. So what we're going to do inside the head, we'll give it a title of, let me see, say it's Django authentication, or Django auth for short. Then outside of the head, we'll create our body, and we will create a nav bar. And inside of that nav element, we will create a UL, and we will have a couple of list items inside of that unordered list. And these will be just links to different pages. So the first one will be a login. We'll just use the hash as a placeholder for now, since we don't have any URLs configured for this. And I'm just going to copy this a few more times, and I'm going to paste it in underneath. So we're going to say login, log out. We're going to say register, and we'll say profile. So once that's done, then I can go ahead and I can save this file. And the next thing that I need to do then is I need to open up the views.py file inside of our accounts app. And I'm going to create a view function called index, and it's going to take a request. And what we're going to do then is, well, we give it a doc string here, and we'll say return the index HTML file. And then we'll just simply do return render, and we'll pass in the request and the name of the HTML file that we want to serve. So we'll say index.html. Go ahead and save that. And then inside of our URLs, what I need to do is so the urls.py file is inside the Django auth directory. So what I want to do in there is I want to say from accounts.views import index. And then inside of our URL patterns, what I want to do is I want to create a new pattern. So we'll say URL or, and then quotation, we just leave that empty, and we say index. So we need a caret and a $sign to indicate that the URL will be empty. And then we say index, and that's the view that's going to be called. And so I can go to that index view now, and we can see that the page is being rendered, and we have our navigation items on the page.